Video is sponsored by Rob Sky Travel. Put in 2016 Rob Sky coupon into www.robskytravel.info.us and you can get 20% off of a two-person flight from any second-rate airport.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another Disney World planning video. Thank you, Rob, for joining me again on this.
No problem. My rates are reasonable, and I bill by the hour.
Wonderful. I was not told this ahead of time, so we're gonna have to talk after this
part of the
video.
contract.
Today we're gonna be addressing a kind of a doozy, which is
a little bit of a downer, no less.
Kind of a little bit of a downer, but you know what? I like this topic. It's interesting. The question was, what rides, attractions can you miss at Disney World? Not what are can't miss rides.
What are can miss?
What can you miss?
So basically, question asker, you're asking, what are the garbage rides? And how do you avoid that stench? That's a great question.
Impossible. Disney does not have any garbage rides. Video over. No.
I take it back, Disney. I know Disney watches all of these. I don't mean it. It was a joke.
So this comes from Adriana Renee, who is a Disneyland vet. And so let's address that first. Because there are a lot of same rides in Disneyland as there are in Disney World. Yeah, a handful. Maybe a lot's the wrong term. Toy Story Midway Mania is also exactly the same. I don't think there's anything different between those two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they are the same exact ride. So you can skip that one unless you love it, but you could probably skip it because the lines, at least in Hollywood Studios, are crazy.
Yeah.
So,
well, they've gotten better. They've got a third rail now. So
true.
it's a little bit
Though, talking to my inside cast member buddy, the third rail will start to get used more for fast passes. And so once that happens, because they're going to start giving away more fast passes.
Right.
So yes, that means more fast passes, but then that means standby line starts to get long again because they will use that third. Same thing's going to happen with Soarin'. So right now that the lines are kind of shortish, but once they start handing out more fast passes, that third theater will be solely for fast passes. So then the standby is going to get long again. The more you know.
I don't think there are too many, because you got to understand, coming from the perspective of a Disneyland vet, you know, I think there are a lot where if it was the tables were turned, I'd say there are a couple of Disneyland versions that you could skip out on. But I think there are a lot of, I don't think there are many where the opposite is true.
Maybe
say you
like
could
skip
Small
out
World. I
On,
think the Disneyland Small World is the definitive Small World. Yeah. So I don't think you're gaining anything by going on the Disney World.
I was also going to say Big Thunder. I think the Disneyland Big Thunder Mountain is better. It has better effects. You're really not going to miss much, but some rocks going like this.
Pirates? Would you say Pirates?
I wouldn't skip out on Pirates. While I do think Disneyland is better, there are differences that I think are worth checking out.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say skip that.
Tomorrowland Speedway you could skip. Autopia's pretty much the same if not better.
Yeah.
Don't skip Space Mountain.
You could skip Dumbo. You know, things like that.
Astro Orbiter. Yeah. You know, you sort of see it and you could already see what that experience is. Teacups, good one.
Yeah.
I think at this point we get more into what is not duplicates, but just what rides are worth skipping.
And this is personal opinion time. I know we're probably gonna rub a few people wrong way, but
it boils down to like, what are your tastes, right? Like I'm about to make the suggestion that there are a lot of slow rides or shows that you can skip. But if you're a big fan of that, or you don't like thrill rides, then you're obviously going to want to go to those. But when I think of things worth skipping, I think of things like the Hall of Presidents or the Country Bear Jamboree, or
I'm gonna say everyone needs to see Country Bear Jamboree at least once because this is the weirdest freaking show.
It's super weird.
But that's why you need to experience it and be like, what the heck did I just watch?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Just one.
If you got the time.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Well, my thinking was like some of the Epcot films. Some people
yeah.
love them, and it's a great way to get if it's really hot and you just need like 20
I'm
minutes.
not a Disneyland vet, and I skip most of the Epcot films.
I know, and it's like if you need 20 minutes outside of the sun and get
Right.
in the AC, go do it.
If you want to see what France looks like in the 80s on
True.
film, go
Though,
to
I
Rush to
mean,
France.
of all of the videos, I think
Yeah,
I
it's
like France's
pretty.
the most.
Yeah.
I think what's the one in American Pavilion?
I straight up don't remember Canada.
Oh, Canada.
I've gone on it, but I don't remember it at all.
There's the
American
China
Adventure-
one.
Yeah. Oh, that one I don't think I've ever been on ever. I just don't think I don't think I've ever spent more than 20 minutes in the China Pavilion.
Yeah, I like to look at the shop and then
I stopped there once for lunch, and that was about it. Like,
we're the worst.
everyone should check out Journey into Imagination once, but I feel like the current version of it only
not
really
as good.
deserves one ride.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say you need it on a return trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because Disneyland California does not have Epcot, doesn't have Animal Kingdom,
Right.
doesn't have these parks. So, like, there's a part of me that thinks, well, you don't have these rides. You should be riding all of them. They're
Right.
all different and cool experiences.
But at the same time, thinking if you have limited vacation time and you really want to make the most of it, skip Stitch. You know,
Well, yeah, you could. You know what? I'll get
just
behind
do
it.
it, man. Like,
And
it's not worth
While
it.
we're throwing controversial ideas out there, let's address the elephant in the room by ignoring the elephant in the room, by which I mean skip the Animal Kingdom, because it's a half-day dud park.
I don't agree with that.
I don't fully agree with that either, actually. I like Everest and I like Dinosaur, but it is a half-day park. You could do Everest, Dinosaur, maybe the Safari if you've never been to a zoo, and then bounce out of there.
You
and go
can
to
make
another
it a
park.
full day. Like, if you wanted to. If it's something that you like, if you
Sure.
like the theming and animals and all that, you could 100% spend a lot of time
I
exploring
could
the
100%
park.
spend a full day at the Ticket and Transportation Center. It doesn't mean I want to or I'm going to have fun, but I could.
If I said skip something in the Animal Kingdom,
Dinoland USA.
yeah, skip all those,
Dinosaur.
like, dumb rides. Just go to Dinosaurs, skip the Primeval Whirl, and whatever the other one is that
I
I
hate
can't
to
remember.
even acknowledge those exist. To bounce to Epcot, that reminds me, I feel like if there's one part of Future World you can skip, it would be the Seas Pavilion.
I don't agree.
Listen, Turtle Taco Crush is cool, but that's all it offers.
No, I love the seas. Last time
That's
I
all it
wandered in
offers
there,
is
I
that
got to
one
watch
show.
dolphin training, and it was awesome.
Oh my god. People and these animals.
Also, I like the Nemo ride that's in there.
How can you how?
I just
How?
like it.
It is the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin to the Little Mermaid's, Toy Story Midway.
I
Moment. Like, there's a better
agree.
version of something better out there. You don't need it. You don't need it. Hey, listen, I'm very opinionated on Future World. There's a lot they can do. I'm going to hold my tongue up because I was originally going to say you can skip Mission Space as well, but
But
don't-
that's my
that-
favorite ride, so you don't skip it. You don't ever skip it.
you can skip it. Like, go check out Gary
Rob,
Sinise's
that's it. I'm
Free
cutting you
Speech
off.
Show.
We're ending this video.
Cut the mic. Cut the mic. You should go see Mission Space. I mean, that's
It's a
important.
4-minute ride. Just do it. Maybe you want to skip Fantasmic because it is pretty much the same. The
Yeah,
only
you got it
difference
over there.
is the Pocahontas scene that we have over Peter Pan, and from everything I've heard, the Peter Pan one is better. So everything is otherwise the same. Our dragon is smaller. Like, just stick with your Disneyland Fantasmic.
While we're at it, and this is going to annoy you as well.
It was just the Annoy Christine video.
Until the rumors are proven true and things change up, you can skip the Main Street Electrical Parade because you guys have Paint the Night, and it is way better than the Main Street.
I agree. Unless you're a person who knew about it from the 80s and there's a nostalgia to it, go see it.
Right.
I
If you want to go
mean-
see it ironically, sure, I guess. It is a product of the 70s. It is.
It is.
Oof, it's tough.
You could
But
definitely
hey,
go
the
on
rumor
rides
is
to
that
it.
you guys over in Disneyland are getting it, and we're getting Paint the Night. So
Wait, that
might
they're switching it?
yeah, that's the rumor I heard. That in September, once they finish the 60th anniversary
They're
celebration,
just giving us Paint the
swapping.
Night.
Which, on our end, that's a major step up. On their end, it's a major step back.
Yeah.
So I almost am tempted to not believe that part's true, but who knows? We'll find out in a couple of months, I
Yeah.
guess. Just at your own discretion, you could skip some of the dark rides in Fantasyland.
Oh
Like,
yeah. A lot of those are very similar.
like I said, Small World I think is better in Disneyland. Depending on your age and what you want to ride. Like I still haven't been on the new Pooh ride. I did
Really?
Peter Pan. It was okay.
You
Peter
never
Pan
did
was
the
okay.
Pooh ride?
No.
Really? Not even with
Never got
me?
around to it. No.
Huh. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you go on that.
I guess the line's always ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Fantasyland lines are ridiculous. The carousel you don't really need to go on. A carousel's a carousel. Man, this makes me sound so cynical
Yeah,
and
you're
jaded,
such
right?
a cynic.
You don't need to see fireworks. You know what? Forget it. Just go to a beach or something.
Don't even
even
go.
to Disney.
Just don't even go to
Just
Disney
hang out on
World.
the bus and listen to like a podcast or something. It just boils down to like how do you manage your time? Again, and I honestly think Disney, just to round it out as a whole, is such a large place that I feel like there's less. You'll run less into the situation where you're like, oh, I have X amount of hours. What rides do I do? And I think it's more like I have X amount of days. What parks do I do? And to that end,
and how many days do I do each park? Yeah.
I think you're in an advantageous position where today Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom are like effective half-day parks, and so you can do both of them in one day. And so I'd say 3 days is enough to cover all of Disney World as it is right now.
Yeah. I mean, a bit rushed. You won't have like a
but you
leisurely
see a
stroll, but you could see, yeah.
Kat and I went, and it was the dead mid of summer where it's like most crowded, and I feel like we went and did a lot. There was very little that we didn't have time for.
Thanks again, Rob, for joining me for another video.
I'm just gonna bill that at 3 hours.
No, we're gonna talk about this later.
All right,
I already told you. If you guys have any rides that you think can be missed, please let us know in the comments below. Or if you totally disagree with everything that we just said, you can also leave it in the comments
Tell
below.
us why we're
Especially with the
wrong.
things Rob said.
I said everything perfectly. I am I'm about as much of an authority on the topic as I think anybody could come. So just copy down everything I said and treat it like your Bible.
And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you want to see even more Disney stuff, you should subscribe to Rob's channel, which is
Rob Plays That Game.
It's an amazing channel. It is the channel that made me want to make a channel. So
And everybody
go
spoke,
check it
and
out.
I've listened, and so we're doing Minecraft Disney again. We're gonna explore all sorts of Disney servers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and we haven't mentioned this on my channel yet, but
Oh, yeah.
surprise!
Oh,
We're going to Disney World.
Yeah.
Not in January. Well, yes, in January.
in January and in August.
In August.
Oh man.
In 52 days. Which is crazy. We are crazy people. We are now annual pass holders.
And we're going in July too now. Boom. Booked it. And I've got a flight. I'm going this weekend too.
That's gonna be our lives to the next year.
Oh, and I'm broke.
So yeah, we're gonna be there in August. We'll update you guys on if we're doing a meetup or not, but maybe you'll catch us in the parks.
We're gonna be skipping all those rides we just talked about.
Yeah, so you won't find us there. Don't look there for us. No. All right, thanks again, Rob, and thank you guys for tuning in. Bye. What was that? That was such a...
I need to remember to call them and give them our flights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were supposed
We've
to
got
do
like
that
55
yesterday.
days. We've got plenty of time.
52 days, buddy.
That's so many days.
And
We're
I'm
fine.
a crazy planner, so I just like things being done.
It'll be fine.
You should do it at least 6 weeks out, and 6 weeks is 45 days.
Okay, I'll get it done. Don't you worry.
I don't like your lackadaisical
Don't
attitude.
you worry.